Good evening and welcome inside the America First Event Center, where the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah host the Wolverines from Utah Valley, a few hours north on I-15. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball here on Thunder 91 as we start the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. In Preston, Southern Utah, the best scoring offense in the WAC so far in the young season, but going up against a tough Wolverines defense here tonight.
I'm excited for this matchup. I'm really just excited to be back here in the stadium. Had a little bit of a break there. Teams were all on the road. Excited to be back here, see what happens tonight. It's going to be a great matchup. Two top-tier teams in the WAC.
Two of the top teams from week number one in WAC play. Southern Utah, one of two undefeated teams in conference play so far through 1 week. California Baptist being the other. They're down in St. George tonight to take on Utah Tech before coming to the YAFEC on Saturday, which would be, or should be, a great matchup on Saturday. But first, Thunderbirds have to get past the Wolverines and a nation-leading, or fourth best in the nation rather, in forcing turnover defense.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute white blizzard out there. If you made it here to the game, you're in for a treat because it's going to be some absurd defense. I'm just so excited to watch this game. I'm freezing down. It's a lot warmer in here than it is outside. But I tell you what, these SU Thunderbirds are just going to warm me up. I'm so happy to be back here.
And the snow on and off all day. A good storm after almost forgot that it was winter during the month of December when outside in short sleeves and 65 degrees.
I mean, that was yesterday too. I was walking to class like, wow, I think I could get used to this. So, man, it could have been my bad.
Chilly outside, but the Thunderbirds will look to heat it up against the Wolverines defense. You're listening to the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. Hermes has served Cedar City and Southern Utah for more than 45 years. And we talked about it, Preston. It's a 27.5 turnovers forced per game for Utah Valley. That's where a lot of their offense comes. Over 25 points a game for the Wolverines come off of opponents' turnovers. And that's what they needed against Abilene Christian on Saturday in their 69-67 win. They forced 18 turnovers against the Wildcats that led to 11 made threes between Amanda Barcelo and Kylie Mabry.
Yeah, both of these teams do a lot of things really, really well. It's going to be a complete opposite kind of game. So, like, Thunderbirds are a much better rebounding team so far in conference play. Neither team shoots the three incredibly well. They're really going to get inside, pound it down low. That's what both teams have found success so far, and I believe they're going to continue to do this exact same thing here tonight.
And you talked about the rebounding for Southern Utah. Just under 15 offensive rebounds per game leads the WAC and have a plus 10.7 rebounding differential so far this season as well, led by Ava Urich and Brooklyn Feely down low for the Thunderbirds rebounding, both in the top three in the conference in rebounds per game at over 8 apiece for each of them. It's going to be those two down low and what other guards can step up. You know, Sierra Chambers will score and facilitate, but if Southern Utah needs to find a way to get Courtney Doman or Devin Kiernan involved as well as the bench.
And this team is a very streaky team, Dallin. It can be any of these girls any given night can just pop off. We remember back to the record-breaking night a few games ago where they just absolutely lit it up from beyond the arc, something they hadn't done all season. Are we going to see a lot more of the same tonight? I sure hope so, but we'll just have to wait and see.
And Thunderbirds shoot at about 33% from three on the season, but you talked about it, can be streaky at times. They have sharpshooters coming off the bench in a Morgan Triguero who plays sparingly in minutes when Southern Utah needs a three. She can come in and get it done. Devin Kiernan's shown potential as well, the true freshman who started every game for the Thunderbirds so far this season. And then Sierra Chambers as well. Courtney Doman, though, the X Factor, might not score in double digits, but her name will be all over the box score by the end of each game.
Yeah, and I'm really going to be looking at Morgan Triguero to try and get involved offensively from beyond the arc too. Only attempted 1 3 in conference play, and given that's only 2 games, I want to see her shoot the ball a little bit more. She's been one of those players that can really get it going when she starts hitting. I want to see some offensive production out of her tonight.
And Southern Utah will need their offense to beat the Wolverines here tonight. We'll take a break and step aside. We'll have more of the Hermes Drive-In pregame report after this on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. Southern Utah hosting Utah Valley for women's basketball here tonight. Preston Ferry joining alongside me, Dallin Richards, for Southern Utah women's basketball here on Thunder 91. As we continue with the Hermes Drive-In pregame report, Hermes has shakes, fries, or burger shakes, fries, a weekly special, a variety of soft drinks and specialty items such as taquitos, scones, and ice cream. And we talked about the defense for Utah Valley, Preston, and that starts with their point guard in Cambry Blackham. 46 steals so far on the season for the point guard. She might just be 5'7", but the sophomore gets after it and gets into the passing lanes.
No, she absolutely does, and she gets everybody involved as well, too. This is a team that rotates about 12 players, so it's a very, very deep team. You see a lot of action. Coach isn't afraid to pull anybody out. They're on a little bit of a cold spell, get somebody in that's really working around there. This team is very much a team-first mindset. They're getting everybody involved. Everybody got to eat, that EDGE motto, and the UVU Wildcats do a great job at that. Wolverines, not Wildcats. Thinking of my high school team, the enemy was South Summit Wildcats. They're green. I just don't like the color green. That's besides the point.
Well, you're going to have to look at the color green a little bit tonight as the Wolverines are in Cedar City. You talked about Blackham getting her teammates involved as well. Leads the team by a big margin with 63 assists on the season. The next highest assister is Hallie Nelson at 33 for the Wolverines. So it all starts and finishes with Blackham at the point guard spot. But a deep team in Southern Utah, just as deep on the other end, where head coach Tracy Mason has talked about throughout the season, the depth and different skill sets that her team has for Southern Utah this year, something they haven't had the last couple of years. But depending on the matchup and who's hot on any given night, you could see 5 or 6 different players come off the bench for Southern Utah, and it's all dependent on the matchup and what's going on in the game. You're not reliant on 1 or 2 players.
Yeah, absolutely. This is another team like we talked about. These are two very similar teams. They match up really, really well. SU rotates a lot of players in as well. What the only real difference is that SU puts up more points than pretty much anybody else in the conference here. But you go down the list, the statistics here, it's virtually the same. Their free throw percentage is about the same. Their three-point percentage is about the same. The assist rate, rebounds are a little bit higher in SU's favor, but these teams match up incredibly well, and it's just going to be a great brawl tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a good one between two teams. The first of 3 meetings here in the regular season between the Thunderbirds and Wolverines. The other 2 meetings coming up later. Both of them will be in Orem, so a big one for Southern Utah. 7 teams in the WAC this year. You play everyone 3 times. Have to win games at home if you want a chance at one of those top 2 seeds that have a bye to the semifinals in WAC Vegas.
Yeah, these teams going to see each other a lot due to Thunderbirds moving on, and they're going to go see bigger and better things out in then their next conference there. This is the 31st matchup between these teams, a long-standing rivalry that's been going on since the early 2000s here. Both teams have, got a lot of victories on their belts. Both teams have double digits, although SU doubles that, 20 victories, and they're 11-4 here at home, so Thunderbirds with the advantage.
Looking to avenge a loss here in the AFEC last year, 53-48, as we'll take a commercial break for the national anthem and have our keys to the game after this on Thunder 91.
Wolverines and your Southern Utah Thunderbirds.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we get set for tip-off between the Thunderbirds and Wolverines from Utah Valley. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me as we get you set for tip-off here in this rivalry matchup. The last year for each of these teams in the WAC. Southern Utah to the Big Sky, Utah Valley to the Big West. First of 3 meetings in the regular season here tonight between the Wolverines and Thunderbirds, and we've talked a lot about the Wolverines defense, the Southern Utah's offense. One we'll have to give tonight. Southern Utah hoping to get the game up and down the court, high-scoring affair. The other side, Utah Valley wants to slow this game down and keep it a low-tempo, low-scoring game down to the final minutes in the fourth quarter. Utah Valley this year, 7-2 when they hold their opponents to under 60 points. 0-3 when their opponent scores more than 70.
Yeah, both teams thinking bend, don't break. The other team does very well what they seem to lack in offense versus defense, tug and war. It's just going to be an all-out brawl tonight here. Who comes out on top? Give me the offense, Dallin.
Well, the main goal in basketball and almost any sport is to score at least one more point than your opponent. You need an offense to do that.
Yes, you can.
But you also need your defense to get some stops.
Yes, you do. I mean, unless you're the 20, 15-ish Warriors, and you can just outscore everybody. You don't even need defense. What is it? We're going to need some tonight. Both teams going to be locking it down. Top defense with the Utah Valley and Thunderbirds top offense. Just going to be a tough game.
As we get you set for tip-off, let's get you your starting lineups. Starting first with the visitors from Utah Valley. On the guard line, number 5, the 5'7" sophomore from Lehigh Skyridge High School, Cambry Blackham. 5'11" redshirt senior from Chandler, Arizona, BYU transfer, number 3, Amanda Barcelo, along with a 5'10" redshirt senior from Raymond, Alberta, Canada, Sage Gibb, and down low at 6'1", the redshirt senior from American Fork, the Utah State transfer, Hallie Nelson, along with the 6'3" center, senior from Saratoga Springs, Westlake High School, number 34, Tessa Cheney. For the Wolverines under head coach Dan Nielsen in his 7th season as the head man for Utah Valley. Let's flip over to the home team under head coach Tracy Mason in her 8th season here at Southern Utah. Starting lineup, the same starting 5 we've grown to know so far this season. Starting at point guard is the 5'8" sophomore from Danville, California, number 3, Sierra Chambers. In the backcourt with her, the 5'11" freshman from Orange, California, number 22, Devin Kiernan, along with the 5'10" sophomore from Crane, Oregon, number 1, Courtney Doman. Down low, it's number 44, the 6-foot junior from Burlingame, California, Ava Urich, and the 6-foot junior from Orem and Umpqua Community College transfer number 4, Brooklyn Feely. For the Thunderbirds in all white, red numbers outlined in black. Utah Valley, all green, white numbers and letters. As we're set for tip-off here in Cedar City. It is Feely and Nelson to tip. Tip is won by Feely for Southern Utah. Chambers along the right wing finds Urich, free throw line extended. Driving right, double teamed and shuffled to feed it to Travel, and the first turnover forced by Utah Valley tonight.
Which they are known for.
Wolverines take over possession 10 seconds into the ball game. Blackham brings the ball up. They swing around the perimeter for Utah Valley. Gibb now left wing. Swings top of the key to Cheney. Reset with Blackham, top of the key, 12 on the shot clock, guarded by Doman. Goes right, swings back out. Now Cheney, left block, guarded by Feely. 5-foot hook shot, no. Rebound to Ava Urich. Up to Chambers for Southern Utah, looking to run. Chambers going coast to coast down the left side. Tries to find a backdoor cut. It's a kicked ball. As Blackham got a foot out, Southern Utah will reset under their basket. 23 on the shot clock for the Thunderbirds as Chambers inbounds. Still scoreless here, opening minute of the first quarter. Devin Kiernan, 15-foot jumper, no. Chambers is there for an offensive rebound. Urich, right wing, dribbles inside the three-point line, too strong on the midi. Rebound goes to Nelson and Utah Valley, up to Blackham. Finds the trailer in Nelson, top of the key three, no. Urich with the rebound for Southern Utah. 8:53 to go, first quarter, still scoreless. Thunderbirds with the ball, Urich top of the key. Hesitation driving right, scoop shot off the glass and in. Ava Urich gets the first points tonight. She's averaging just under 20 points per game over the last 4 for Southern Utah. Wolverines look for an answer as they swing around the perimeter. Barcelo top of the key, now Blackham right wing. Cheney, free throw line extended down to Nelson. Back to Cheney, free throw line jumper, pure. It's a 2-2 ball game, 8:20 to go first quarter.
And I like how they're using Nelson right now, just the big post presence, but getting that ball around.
Urich top of the key, moves right elbow jumper, short. Rebound to Gibb and Utah Valley. Up to Blackham along the left wing, guarded by Doman. Finds the trailer in Nelson. Swing to Barcelo, right wing. Back to Blackham, 20 on the shot clock as she goes left. Hesitation dribble to the left post. Kicks back out to Nelson. Now Gibb, left wing. Gibb driving right on Chambers. Spins middle of the paint. Push shot, off front iron. Rebound to Nelson. Down Barcelo on the cut. Can't get the floater to go, but a foul is called, and that will send Amanda Barcelo to the free throw line for a pair.
How about the vision from the big Nelson? Hallie Nelson again, number 25 in green, gets the rebound, then finds the cutter.
That will send Barcelo to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Had 23 points on Saturday in the win against Abilene Christian for Utah Valley. She knocks down the first. Give Utah Valley their first lead.
Her brother is one of my favorite basketball players of all time. Alex Barcelo played for BYU, great ball player.
Barcelo goes 2 for 2. It's a 4-2 lead for the Wolverines. 7:40 to go first quarter. Now a trap zone for the Wolverines on defense. Southern Utah looking to break it. Doman, top of the key, swings to Chambers, right wing. Cross court back to Doman. It's deflected. Doman chases it down. 12 on the shot clock. Kiernan finds Feely under the basket for the layup, and good patience there from Southern Utah, not allowing the trap to force them into a bad pass, and it leads to a wide open layup.
This is 3 points late, Dallin, but SU has now scored 2,000 points against the Wolverines. How about that?
Utah Valley looks for an answer, game tied at 4. Cheney, middle of the paint, guarded by Feely. Right-handed hook shot, no. Rebound to Urick for the Thunderbirds, up to Chambers. Now Feely running the court. Left-handed layup, no. Gets her own miss. Ripped out by Blackham. A jump ball is called. Possession goes to Utah Valley. And there, Brooklyn Feely for Southern Utah, running in transition, running the court as a post, just a bit too rushed on the layup and couldn't get it to fall. Goes back to the Wolverines, tied at 4, 6:40 to go, first quarter. Gibb, top of the key for the Wolverines. Now Cheney, Barcelo. Back to Blackham. Going left on Doman. Now Nelson, right elbow to Gibb. Down to Cheney, left block, moves to the middle of the paint, push shot up and in over Feely. It's a 6-4 lead for the Wolverines. Feely once again open under the basket, and that trap defense not effective against Southern Utah early. It's led to 2 easy layups for Brooklyn Feely.
That defense is just way too slow to rotate.
Blackham going down the right baseline on Doman, kicks back out to Gibb. Now Barcelo drives left baseline, up and in, plus the harm, a foul against Devin Kiernan. That will send Amanda Barcelo back to the free throw line for a 3-point play.
Did you ever watch Alex Barcelo in your younger days?
Can't say that I did. Also, not a big blue guy.
He's one of those guys, him, Yoli Childs. He was there with TJ Haws, kind of the prolific BYU Cougars of all time.
Barcelo knocks it down, a 9-6 lead for the Wolverines, just over 4 minutes played in the first quarter. Chambers brings it up for the Thunderbirds. On the right wing, hands off to Bella Hassan, who just checked in for Kiernan. Urick, right block, give and go with Hassan. Contested layup, no, but a foul is called, and that will send Bella Hassan to the free throw line for 2. The first on Utah Valley. So the first free throw's upcoming here for Southern Utah. As Utah Valley makes a sub, Kylie Mabry checks in, the senior from Kaysville. Hassan knocks down the first. Gibb takes a seat for Utah Valley. One more coming for Bella Hassan. Sophomore from Washington. Goes 2 for 2. It's a 9-8 ball game. Utah Valley with the ball and the lead. 5:40 to go, opening quarter. Nelson, top of the key, hands to Barcelo. Now over to Blackham. Doman tips the ball away and gets the steal up to Feely as Southern Utah looks to run. Feely can't control it, wisely slows it down. Now Chambers, top of the key, 3, short. Right into the hands of Brooklyn Feely for the putback. Quick 6 points for the Southern Utah big, and it's a 10-9 Thunderbird lead. Nelson, middle of the paint, moving left, too strong on the scoop shot. Urick with another rebound for Southern Utah as they look to run up to Chambers. Now Feely, right block, double teamed, falls to the ground, and a travel is called. Southern Utah wants a foul, but they won't get it. That sends us to the media timeout. Southern Utah 10, Utah Valley 9, 4:55 to go, opening quarter. We'll be back after this with the rest on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah has a 10-9 lead over Utah Valley. 4:55 to go in the Chrysalis first quarter. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me. And it's been Brooklyn Feely down low for Southern Utah, sparking the Thunderbirds offense.
Yeah, Brooklyn Feely done a great job already here, just being that kind of energy player you want out there, being everywhere, hustling, getting to the ball, forcing the jump ball, grabbing a rebound or two, just really being in the right moment every time that the ball comes down. She's in a position to make a play. Now, she may have wanted a little bit of a nice fast break dribble up. She realized she was going to lose it, backed out a little bit, but right now, she's that spark that the Thunderbirds are relying on.
6 points early for the Orem native for Southern Utah. 3 of 4 from the field, also with an offensive rebound. And it's been Southern Utah. We talked about the turnovers before the game. 2 so far here in the first 5 minutes for the Thunderbirds. Not a bad start for the offense against a high-pressure defense that's tried to trap Southern Utah near the half-court line, but the Thunderbirds have done a good job passing around it and finding the open player.
Yeah, both teams are doing kind of the exact same game plan here, although just a hair different execution here. The Wolverines are using Hallie Nelson in the post to try and facilitate a little bit, whereas the Thunderbirds are kind of just whipping it around, making the passes so fast that the defense can't react.
It is Nelson, top of the key for Utah Valley, coming out of the timeout. Handoff to Mabry, driving left on Feely. Kicks back out to Barcelo. Guarded by Hassan. 13 on the shot clock. They get it back to Nelson, middle of the paint. Scoop shot, no, but a foul is called as Chambers swiped down on the arm. That will send Hallie Nelson to the free throw line for 2 attempts. 4 and 5 for the Wolverines here in the first quarter.
It's the second time they've run that set for Nelson. Just kind of get the ball and let her roll and take it with her left hand.
Nelson can't get the friendly roll on the first. Redshirt senior from American Fork has a chance for one more to tie the ball game up, and she does. 10-10, 4:34 to go first quarter. Thunderbirds bring the ball up with Chambers. Hassan now right wing. Driving right on Barcelo. Now backs out to the wing again. To Doman, top of the key. Looking for help, Björk. Right block, takes a power dribble back to Chambers. Hassan, right corner to Feely. Give and go, Hassan pump fake, drive baseline, dumps back to Feely. Can't get the layup, and the rebound goes to Utah Valley by way of Hedrick off the bench. Colorado State transferred. Nelson now top of the key for the Wolverines with the ball. Hands off to Barcelo, driving left. Push shot, too strong. Rebound to Urick once again for the Thunderbirds. She now has 5. Urick the trailer with it, right elbow, drives into the paint, pump fake, layup, no, but a foul on Hallie Nelson. That's her second, the second foul on Utah Valley here. 3:48 to go first quarter. Ava Urick now to the free throw line.
I love the mindset there from Urick. Get the ball, let me go. This is one of the best players that the Thunderbirds have ever had, and she just gets the ball, takes it right to the rim. Just love the energy and the hustle right now.
Ava Urick has been much more aggressive since the pre-Christmas tournament for the Thunderbirds on the offensive end as she knocks down the first. We talked about it earlier, 19.5 points per game over the last 4 for Urick, coming off a 19.7 rebound performance in the win at UT Arlington on Saturday. She goes 2 for 2. It's a 12-10 Southern Utah lead. 3:43 to go first quarter. Blackham with it. Yo-yo dribble, now swings over to Mabry. Gets to the free throw line, now guarded by Banks. Right block, and lost her pivot foot. It's a travel, and that's just going up against the 6'5" Ashley Banks. Couldn't quite step around her.
Yeah, I think she thought she had maybe a moment where she could kind of hook her and get it right inside for a good layup, but yeah, just a little too long.
Urick top of the key, driving right once again. A moving screen, though, is called against Ashley Banks. That's turnover number 3 for the Thunderbirds.
Both teams right now kind of just got out of a flow. Both teams were in kind of a rhythm there, running their offensive sets. Right now, it's a little sloppy.
And Utah Valley with a chance to tie or take the lead once again now. 3:20 to go first quarter. Blackham hands to Barcelo, top of the key. Now Mabry, right wing, driving right, guarded by Morgan Triguero off the bench. Now back to Barcelo, a moving screen on Cheney, and that turns the ball right back to Southern Utah. And that was a good job there from Bella Hassan, playing tight physical defense, not allowing Cheney to get set and set a good screen. Instead, it's a moving screen and a turnover. Hassan now brings the ball up for the Thunderbirds. Hands to Doman, right wing. Doman spins, gets into the paint on the right block. Triple team, back to Hassan. Hassan dumps off to Banks, easy layup up and in. Ball movement from Southern Utah to give them a 4-point lead.
Looks like the early 20s Jazz there, just whipping it around.
Utah Valley looking for an answer. Blackham, right wing, crossover dribble. Can't get past Doman. Backs out top of the key. 13 on the shot clock. Hand to Barcelo and a moving screen. Once again, it's Bella Hassan fighting through the screen and forcing a Utah Valley turnover off the moving screen. This one on Blackham.
Referees letting everybody know how it's going to be called tonight. Do not move your feet.
14-10 Thunderbird lead with the ball. Urick, right corner, hands to Doman. Doman tries to drive baseline, nearly steps out, instead finds Urick. Back out to Hassan, top of the key. Triguero, driving right, hands to Urick, right wing three, bucket! Ava Urick, her first triple, now up to 7 points. It's a 7-point Thunderbird lead, approaching 2 minutes to go first quarter.
Pull that thing, Queen! Yeah, you make that shot!
Looking for an answer, Utah Valley. Draws a foul this time. That one against Courtney Doman, too physical on the defensive end. And it will lead to free throws as Utah Valley is in the bonus. With Cambry Blackham at the free throw line for 2, looking to end a 2.5-minute scoring drought for Utah Valley. Too strong on the first. Utah Valley fans can blame that one on me.
They've had 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes or so while that's been happening. An 11-1 run by the Thunderbirds.
Blackham gets the second to go, so 17-11. Southern Utah leads with the ball. 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Triguero, right wing to Banks on the block. Looking for help, kicks back to Triguero. Triguero, driving left, top of the key. Now Doman and Hassan. Reset with 15 on the shot clock. Hassan yo-yo dribble, takes the screen going right from Banks. Now kicks back to Triguero. Pump fakes on the right wing. Step back. Now down to Banks. Power dribble, dumps to Doman. It's knocked out of bounds, thrown off of Courtney Doman's foot, and a Southern Utah turnover. 1 on the shot clock regardless, and that one, Southern Utah, just a bit too unselfish. Nobody looking to take the shot. It got just too late in the shot clock.
Yeah, you know what? If you're going to have a problem on your team, that's a good one to have.
Blackham brings it up for the Wolverines, trailing by 6. Guarded by Doman, swings to Mabry, guarded by Triguero, top of the key. Now Cheney, middle of the paint, guarded by Banks. Spins left, blocked from behind. Offensive rebound, though, for Utah Valley. Back to Cheney, 18-foot mid-range jumper. No, Banks gets the rebound up to Hassan for Southern Utah. Bella Hassan, crossover dribble at the free throw line. Swings back out. Now Courtney Doman, left wing. Down to Banks, left block. Triguero, left corner three. Bucket! Morgan Triguero with the triple, and it's a 20-11 Southern Utah lead.
I said I wanted her to do it. She did it.
Blackham nearly lost the ball out of bounds, but finds Cheney. Spins middle of the paint, left-handed hook shot, no. Urick with rebound number 6 in this opening quarter. Up to Doman, looking to run. Gets under the basket, blocked from behind. Banks is there trying to clean it up. A jump ball is called. That stays here with Southern Utah. Hedrick with a nice block from behind for Utah Valley. Thunderbirds, though, with a second chance. About 5-second difference, shot and game clock. 26 on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock. Hassan to inbound, baseline out for the Thunderbirds. Gets it to Banks, top of the key. Urick, middle of the paint, 13-footer. In, out, and back in for Ava Urick. Southern Utah doubles up the Wolverines here in the first quarter. A 12-1 run for the Thunderbirds over the last 3.5 minutes. Utah Valley looking for an answer with 7. Drives left, kicks back out. Hedrick driving down the right baseline on Urich. Spins back, finds Cheney, who shuffles the feet. It's a travel. Turnover number 5 for Utah Valley.
And coming into this tonight, Dallin, we thought it was going to be the Wolverines who were out here forcing a lot of turnovers. Right now, it's the Thunderbirds.
Half-court shot from Doman at the buzzer is short, but it's a 22-point first quarter for the Thunderbirds as they lead Utah Valley by 11. We'll be back after this with the second quarter here live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where the Thunderbirds have a 22-11 lead over Utah Valley after a quarter of play. Down Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, and we talked about Southern Utah's offense and Utah Valley's defense before the game tonight, Preston, but it's the Southern Utah defense that's been the biggest X factor so far.
We've seen just a dominant showing so far. I mean, they've held the Wolverines pretty much scoreless in the last 4 minutes or so. They're 0 for 5 in their last field goal attempts. They have just not looked like a team that's really put together right now, and part of that might be because of the early foul trouble of Hallie Nelson not in there to facilitate for this team, the most veteran player on their roster who just hasn't been able to guide this team.
Utah Valley did not hit a field goal in the last 5 minutes of the first quarter, just 2 free throws over that span as they trail 22-11, but start the second quarter with the ball. Gibb driving left on Triguero, too strong on the layup, rebound to Feely for Southern Utah, up to Hassan. Hassan looking to go coast to coast, swings to Doman right corner, drives baseline, back to Hassan. Reset with 20 on the shot clock. Doman stuck in the corner, double teamed, looking for help, throws it off the leg of Blackham, and it stays with Southern Utah, 13 on the shot clock. And that's where Southern Utah can't get caught against this Wolverines defense with the double team there in the coffin corner.
They got to keep that ball moving like they have been doing. She couldn't see Triguero out on the wing, but she had a good look.
Hassan to inbound, baseline out, finds Doman. Cross court now, Triguero, top of the key, back to Doman, 8 on the shot clock. Triguero, top of the key, driving right, now goes out to Denver Anderson, left corner, 2. Does anyone see the shot clock? They don't get the shot off. Shot clock violation. Turnover at number 5 for Southern Utah here tonight.
Anderson probably should have just taken that shot there. It was a little too late in the play clock there to dish that ball off.
Once again, just a bit too unselfish for Southern Utah with 6 assists on 8 made field goals in the first quarter. Nelson, left block, kicks back to Blackham, left corner. Back to her. Nelson can't get the layup to fall. Feely's there for the rebound for Southern Utah as she brings the ball up herself. Now back to Hassan. Finds Triguero, left corner. 3. Book it in front of this Utah Valley bench. Triguero's second triple off the bench. The Thunderbirds 3 of 5 from downtown early on.
You saw every hand in the stadium go up with the 3 fingers as soon as she got the ball.
25-11 Thunderbird lead, 8:25 to go in the Chrysalis first half. Cheney, middle of the paint, guarded by Feely, has to kick back to Blackham. Calling for a screen along the right wing, gets it, now pick and roll. Gibb, left corner, back to Cheney, middle of the paint. Push shot, short, rebound. Foul called against Doman on the rebound. And I'll stay here with Utah Valley. That's Doman's second, the first on Southern Utah here in the second quarter. Reset the shot clock to 20 for Utah Valley as Ava Urich comes in for Courtney Doman. Blackham to inbound for Utah Valley under the Wolverines basket. Yeah, right back, left corner, 3. Book it for Blackham. Her first point, or her first field goal rather, now up to 4 points. And it's a 25-14 lead for the Thunderbirds. 8 minutes to go, first half. Southern Utah breaks the trap, now finding offense. Feely nearly loses it on the block, and she does. And then picks up a foul in frustration in the backcourt, knocking Barcelo to the ground. The second on the Thunderbirds, the first on Feely. Thunderbirds still lead 25-14, 7:49 to go, second quarter. Thunderbirds defense looking for another stop here now this trip down. Nelson, top of the key, guarded by Denver Anderson off the bench for the first time. And a moving screen as Urich hits the deck. And that's the second moving screen on Cheney here tonight. And another turnover, the 6th on from Utah Valley here in this first half.
You can almost feel the frustration from them right now, all the way up here even, just not what they want to be doing.
As that works. As Gibb gets a steal for Utah Valley, trying to find Urich at the top of the key. Nelson now top of the key for the Wolverines, hands to Barcelo. Pick and roll to Nelson under the basket. A foul is called in this one against Brooklyn Feely. We'll send Hallie Nelson back to the free throw line for 2. She went 1 for 2 in the first quarter for her lone point. Ashley Banks back into the game as Brooklyn Feely heads to the bench with her 2 personal fouls.
Nelson at the line here, one of my good friends engaged to my prom date, Dallin, Kennedy McQueen, who was a point guard for the Utes, if you remember a couple seasons ago. She's finished her career. Hallie, still one of my great friends. She has got her last season right now.
She goes 2 for 2, cut the deficit down to 9 for the Wolverines. Hassan bringing the ball up for the Thunderbirds, looking to break this trap or defense from Utah Valley. Urich double team, now finds Anderson, driving down the left baseline, is fouled on, are they saying on the drive?
Yeah,
they are saying on the drive, not on the shot for Anderson. I thought everyone thinks that it's on the shot, but the official pointed to the baseline as Dan Nelson is not happy with the call.
I think that's on the shot.
I thought it was on the shot. And now it is, they are saying baseline out. And Dan Nelson is still arguing that call. And the inbound goes to Ashley Banks, finds a cutting Urich, backdoor, can't get the floater to go, hits the deck, rebound to Blackham, looking to run for Utah Valley. Barcelo, left wing 3, book it. The first triple for Amanda Barcelo. Cuts the deficit down to 6, 25-19. Thunderbirds up by 6, 6:45 to go first half. Anderson, left wing, gets it to Banks on the left block, goes baseline and gets stolen by Blackham. Out and running for the Wolverines. Blackham coast to coast, layup, up and in. And it's a 25-21 ball game. Just like that, it's a 10-0 Wolverines run.
They say don't poke the bear, but somebody must have poked the Wolverine.
Southern Utah starting to struggle with this half-court trap. They find Urich top of the key. Now out to Triguero. Denver Anderson left corner. Finds Urich. Now Banks wide open under the basket. Gets the layup. Southern Utah finally finds the big down low. Banks now with 4 points off the bench to stop the 10-0 run.
And she had a wide open look there, probably 4 or 5 times. Finally got her the ball. Great choice.
Wolverines with the ball looking for an answer. Gibb open, right wing three, up and in. The Wolverines have hit their last 3 3-pointers, and it's a 27-24 game, 5:40 to go first half. Urick, left elbow, takes a dribble in, push shot, no. Rebound, and a foul against... No, they called the foul on Utah Valley.
I can't say I saw that, Dallin.
It was calling a push against the Wolverines on the rebound, so Blackham with the foul, and
well, you know what?
it was away from the rebound.
Yeah, pushed Banks out of bounds.
So the inbound goes to Banks, top of the key, hands back to Hassan. Nearly traveled, but keeps the dribble alive. Malafu just checked in, right block. Kicks out to nobody as Urick started a backdoor cut. And turnover number 9 for Southern Utah. Their 4th turnover here in the second quarter alone.
I think they're just tensing up a little bit. They just need to keep the ball moving like they did in the first quarter there. Make those quick, smart passes. Right now they're just slow or not at all passes.
Utah Valley with the ball, trailing by 3, 5:10 to go first half. It's a 13-2 run over the last 3 minutes for the Wolverines. They go middle of the paint, left-handed push shot, no. Doesn't fall from Sorensen. Banks gets the rebound for Southern Utah, up to Hassan. Urick, right corner, now driving baseline, triple team, cross court, Triguero, left corner, 3. Book it! Morgan Triguero, 3 for 3 from that left corner in front of the Utah Valley bench. Gets the lead back up to 6 for the Thunderbirds.
I said I wanted her to shoot it, and she's doing great tonight.
Nelson, top of the key for Utah Valley. Swings to Gibb, right corner. Guarded by Hassan. Takes the screen, driving left. Gets to the middle of the paint, pick and pop. Nelson, left corner, 3. In and out. Rebound to Ava Urick for Southern Utah. Up to Hassan. Hassan loses the dribble at half court and gets it stolen away by Nelson. And she throws it out of bounds. Can't catch up to it is Amanda Barcelo. That sends us to the immediate timeout. Southern Utah hangs on to a 6-point lead here in Cedar City. We'll be back with the rest of the first half after this on Thunder 91.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us, Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah has a 30-24 lead over Utah Valley. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, bringing Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91. A good crowd for the Thunderbirds, the first game back with school back after the winter break. And good student section showing out for Southern Utah here as they hold on to that 6-point lead, and it's play off the bench for the Thunderbirds that's helped them along the way.
Absolutely, and that's been Morgan Triguero, number 11 out there. Took 1 3-point attempt in the last 2 conference games. Since that, she's 3 for 3 tonight. She's absolutely cooking, and I can see in front of me here, Dallin, as we set up kind of higher above the floor, away from, the benches here. But what I can only assume to be a family member here, probably a brother or something with the hoodie, Mo Buckets. And I just think that's a fitting name for Morgan Triguero. We ought to just start calling her Mo Buckets, number 11, out there getting it done for the Thunderbirds. I just love to see it.
She has 9 of the 15 points off the bench for Southern Utah. Utah Valley hasn't gotten any production off the bench offensively as as of yet. Still 4:16 to go in the first half. Southern Utah leads by 6, though the second quarter started out on a big run for Utah Valley to get them back within this game. They've got it to a possession a couple different times. Southern Utah, though, haven't given the ball or the lead completely back as they start with the ball. Urick, free throw line. Triguero, Charlie K left corner 3. Too strong. Urick's there for the offensive rebound, though. Back out to Hassan. Triguero, top of the key. Thought about it, instead swings back to Hassan as Urick is held and clotheslined there by Gracie Sorensen and draws the foul, as that is the 4th team foul on Utah Valley, so no free throws yet. Southern Utah in the bonus, the final 4 minutes of this first half. Hassan to inbound, baseline out. In and out of the hands of Charlie K, but she saves it and then steps on the sideline. And it's turnover number 11 for Southern Utah. 3:56 to go first half. Utah Valley looking for an answer. Mabry nearly lost it. Kicks it back out to Tanavasa, left wing, guarded by Hassan. Gets open for 3, short, rebound. Urick lets it go out of bounds to the Southern Utah bench. So Thunderbirds take over. Still a 30-24 lead for the Thunderbirds. 3:39 to go first half. Thunderbirds facing that half-court trap once again as they try to break it. Urick, free throw line extended, driving right on Sorensen. Layup up and in, off the glass. 11 points, 8 rebounds so far in this first half for Ava Urick, working on yet another double-double. Utah Valley swinging around the perimeter, now go to Sorensen, right block, guarded by Malafu. Goes across the paint, scoop shot up and in, plus the harm. Gracie Sorensen will head to the free throw line for the Wolverines. 32-26, Thunderbirds lead, 3:03 to go first half. Sorensen at the line for 1 for the Wolverines, who are 7 of 9 as a team. Sorensen knocks down the free throw, and as Holly Nelson checks back in for the aforementioned Gracie Sorensen for Utah Valley.
I just did a little super sleuthing right there, Dallin, and because I had a question here, is Naya Tanuvasa related to Sione Tanuvasa, a tackle for the Cougars? She is, so a lot of ties to the Cougs here tonight.
As Bella Hassan travels at half court for turnover number 12, this half-court trap is starting to give Southern Utah fits. And just like that, Gracie Sorensen back into the game. Kaylee Hedrick heads to the bench for Utah Valley. Wolverines with the ball down by 5.
The turnover battle seems to be a lot, like it feels a lot closer sitting here, but really it's 12-7 only.
Tanavasa yo-yo dribble for the Wolverines as they get it to Sorensen on the right block. Moves to the middle of the paint, left-handed push shot off the back rim and in for Gracie Sorensen. The lead down to 3 for Southern Utah. Urick finds Hassan. Pump fakes, now cross-court pass, Charlie K, left corner, 3, too strong. Rebound goes to Gibb and Utah Valley. Looking to run with Tanavasa. Now Tanavasa slows things down, resets, guarded by Charlie K, top of the key. Sorensen, once again, right block, kicks back out. Hallie Nelson, top of the key, 3, wide right. Rebound to Malafu in Southern Utah. Hassan now looking to run along the left baseline. It's all the way into the paint, dumps to Malafu, down to Urick, up and in for the layup. 34-29, Southern Utah leads, 1:55 to go first half. Utah Valley gets it to Sorensen, this time left block. Power dribble back to Tanuvasa. Tries to find Nelson on the left block, but it's knocked out of bounds by Ava Urick. as Ashley Banks checks back into the game for Southern Utah. Malafu heads to the bench. Amanda Barcelo back into the game as well as Kylie Mabry heads to the bench for Utah Valley. Tonavasa to inbound, 16 on the shot clock. Baseline out for the Wolverines. Tonavasa looking for help, finds Sorensen late. Left block, kicks out to Nelson, hands back to Tonavasa, right wing. 8 on the shot clock. Tonavasa behind the back dribble, now drives left. Pick and roll with Nelson. Scoop shot, no. Banks with the good defense and gets the rebound. Up to Urich under the paint. Nearly lost it, but controls it. Finds Triguero, right wing 3. Bucket! Different side of the court, same result for Morgan Triguero. Her 4th triple off the bench. And it lead back up to 8 for Southern Utah, approaching a minute to play first half. Tonavasa left wing for Utah Valley. Driving left baseline, 15-foot pull-up, too strong. Nelson there for the offensive rebound, can't get the putback. Rebound out of bounds, last touched by Hassan. As Ava Urich heads to the bench, Denver Anderson is back in for the Thunderbirds.
Are we sure Morgan Triguero's name's not Jesse J?
Sorensen, middle of the paint, left-handed push shot, can't get it over Banks as she corrals the rebound for Southern Utah. Up to Hassan. Hassan finds the trailer and Banks back. Hassan, left wing, nearly lost it and does. Comes away with it by Amanda Barcelo, slowing it down to Tonavasa. 8-second difference, shot and game clock for Utah Valley. Tonavasa guarded by Anderson, pick and roll with Sorensen, and it's stolen by Denver Anderson. Southern Utah can hold for one final shot if they choose. Triguero though, open left corner, in and out. Rebound by Banks, put back under the backboard, no. Anderson's there and draws the foul. Then Denver Anderson will head to the free throw line for a pair. Southern Utah looks to get the lead back to potentially double digits. And we were both expecting Southern Utah to hold for one final shot, and then Morgan Triguero ended up being wide open in the corner, and can't fault her for taking that shot when you're 4 for 4 from 3.
I mean, she's lighting it up, and if she would have made that, this place would have absolutely erupted. The ceiling would have flown off. We would have got cold because of all the snow. So, you know what? She'll get it next time.
Anderson goes 2 for 2 from the line for Southern Utah. 39-29, the lead for the Thunderbirds. Tonavasa brings the ball up with 5 on the game clock. Crossover dribble, driving left on Banks. Loses it off the foot. No, they say off of Southern Utah. It looked like it was off of Tonavasa's foot initially. The officials disagree. No challenge, though, from head coach Tracy Mason. Tonavasa to inbound with 2 on the game clock. Inbound goes to Nelson. 15-foot jumper is short, and that'll do it for the first half. Southern Utah ends the first half on a 7-0 run for the final 2 minutes to give them a 39-29 lead at the break over Utah Valley. We'll take a break and come back with the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime show. After this, you're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us, Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 39-29 lead over Utah Valley at the halftime break. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me as we get you into the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. And it's the offense for Southern Utah that's been big as of late. 9 turnovers, though, in the second quarter allowed Utah Valley to crawl back into it before a 7-0 run for Southern Utah to end the half.
Yeah, we talked about how good their offense was coming into this game. Right now, they're shooting at a 50% clip. They've got 20 points off the bench. We talked about how deep both these teams are. Well, you're seeing it very, very well from the Thunderbirds tonight, getting everybody involved. They're all taking good shots, making good shots. That's why they've got the 10-point lead right now. 18 points in the paint compared to only 10. 20 points off the bench compared to only 5. Rebounding's pretty close in offensive rebounds. 15, though, defensive rebounds for the Thunderbirds, only 6. Did I get that right? Yeah, 6 for the Wolverines. So Thunderbirds just kind of executing a little better. Turning that ball over is going to be a huge focal point, I imagine, coming into the second half.
Yeah, we talked about turnovers before the game. Utah Valley 4th in the nation in forcing turnovers at just under 28 turnovers per game. An average 25 points off of those turnovers each game. Southern Utah, 13 turnovers, on pace for Utah Valley's average on that end. But Southern Utah's done a good job of getting back on defense. Only 7 points off of those 13 turnovers in the first half. A stat Tracy Mason has to be happy about. Not the 13 turnovers, but to give up only 7 points off those 13 turnovers.
Yeah, they're doing a great job in that aspect. Both teams being very physical. Both teams sitting at 9 fouls. Turnovers, fouls, going to be probably the biggest talking point. I imagine both coaches are going to be like, we're playing a little too physical. We got to rein it in a little bit, make better passes. But that defense is starting to become a little suffocating from the Wolverines on the Thunderbirds. They've been able to break it a handful of times and go on a run here, but I expect that Wolverine defense to sure up and become that defense we knew they are in the second half.
Yeah, and you talked about the depth for Southern Utah. It was tested in that first half. Foul trouble for the starters for Southern Utah. Doman, Chambers, Feely, and Kiernan all had 2 fouls there in the first half. None of them played, or Doman was the only one that played double-digit minutes out of those 4 in the starting lineup. 4 players that usually play heavy minutes for Southern Utah. The bench, though, has stepped up in a big way. Turned the ball over at times in that second quarter, but a big run for Bella Hassan, especially. They're coming off the bench, taking control of the point guard duties.
No, they've done a great job. I mean, we just saw no starters on the floor to end the half there. You know, Coach really relies heavily upon this whole team. It's a whole unit, right? So they rely on each other, and they do a great job of that. They've showed it tonight why they're one of the best teams, if not the best team down in the WAC.
And we'll look at the rest of the WAC and how it's going on tonight, as well as how the Southern Utah men are doing up in Orem against Utah Valley here in the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. Will continue with more after this. Southern Utah leads by 10 at the break over Utah Valley.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kichler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 39-29 lead over Utah Valley at the break. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me as we continue the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North and Main. Let's take a look around the WAC. Two other games today on the women's side. Already final in Abilene, Texas. Wildcats of Abilene Christian defeat Charlton State 64-59. They improved to 2-1 in conference play. Charlton now just 1-3 to start the year in WAC play. Down in St. George, Utah Tech with a 16-13 lead over California Baptist after a quarter of play. The Lancers, who Southern Utah sees on Saturday afternoon here in the AFEC, the only other undefeated team in the WAC, and just goes to show you anybody can beat anybody or hang with anybody in this conference on any given day. As we talked about it, going into WAC Vegas, wanting one of those top two seeds to have a bye to the semifinals for those two seeds is a big advantage when you get into a conference tournament setting. I'd much rather play 2 games in 2 days to go to the NCAA tournament than someone in the 6-7 matchup who has to play 4 games in 4 days.
And depending on how this game goes, if it kind of finishes how it started here, this might be the WAC championship game next week. These are the top, really, we're seeing some of the top 3 or 4 teams this whole week here in the WAC. It's just great basketball, and the way things have set up, they get to play each other more than twice now, 3 times each. So it's really just going to show you who's really the best team in the WAC. Everybody's going to want to be able to get that top spot as a lot of teams are exiting the WAC here in their final season. So it's just a lot of impressive basketball here. And you know what I really like, Dallin, is that women's basketball hasn't been diluted quite by the NIL world yet. You see in college men's basketball and football, there's new faces every weekend. Good, bad, I don't know. Don't ask me. But I love seeing a lot of returning players for both these squads here, really just making a run in the WAC and making this their conference.
And one final push for each of these teams in the WAC before they head to their new respective conferences. Southern Utah and Utah Valley also battling in Orem right now on the men's side. It is Utah Valley with a 67-50 lead over the Thunderbirds with about 10 minutes to go in that one up in Orem. But we're up for a big second half here in Cedar City as the Thunderbirds on the women's side look to stay undefeated at home on the season. We'll get some keys to the second half and get you set for the third quarter after this here live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we continue with the Township Pharmacy and Bulk Drug halftime report getting you set for the third quarter. Southern Utah leads 39-29 over Utah Valley. Here, Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91. And for Southern Utah, if they want to hold on to this 10-point lead, stay undefeated at home, and go into that California Baptist game undefeated in conference play on Saturday, what do they have to do here in the second half?
They got to limit turnovers. That's one of the biggest things right now. Both teams are really playing at a kind of an equal level besides the bench for the Thunderbirds. It's just been absolutely electric tonight. But both the starting unit and the secondary, the reserve players, are turning the ball over at an unusually high clip here, and that's something that it's hard to win the game when you don't win the turnover battle there. When you're giving up, I mean, we were already in double-digit turnovers. If the Wolverines were able to convert on those, that's 20 easy points off turnovers. So Thunderbirds got to limit the turnovers, make those smart passes, break that defense down like they did in the first quarter, and they're going to run away with it.
13 first half turnovers. Thunderbirds on the season averaged just under 14 turnovers per game on offense. And we talked about it though, only 7 points for Utah Valley off those turnovers. 9 of the 13 turnovers came in the second quarter. So Southern Utah will look to clean that up and break that half-court trap. This Utah Valley loves to trap the ball handler as soon as they cross the timeline. On the other side, if you're head coach Dan Nielsen for Utah Valley, what are you telling your team in the locker room as you trail by 10?
They got to be just uber aggressive. They already have 6 steals, 2 blocks, and they've got some points in the paint here, but they need to just turn up that aggression on defense. I know they beat the Thunderbirds last year, but that's no excuse. It's a whole new team. It's a whole new year. You got to lock back in here, get that defense rolling. It's going to start with Hallie Miller down in the paint, and you really just got to roll with it.
And Hallie Nelson.
And Nelson, sorry.
Just wanted to make sure we were thinking of the same player.
Exactly.
Hallie Nelson, just 3 points in the first half. All came from the free throw line, 0 for 8 from the field. As Southern Utah starts the third quarter with the ball. Starting 5 back out there for each team. Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Urick, and Feely, along with Barcelo, Blackham, Gibb, Nelson, and Cheney for Utah Valley. Doman, free throw line, gets it to Feely under the basket. Push shot, up and in. Brooklyn Feely now up to 8 points. So she sat a lot of that second quarter with 2 fouls. And they stop play for something. Shot clock malfunction. So third quarter before our first shot clock malfunction. I'm sure the under hit on that one. Would have thought it happened in the first half.
I've run the shot clock at a college game before. It's not easy.
Utah Valley swings around the perimeter with the ball. Stops with Gibb, top of the key. Looking for help. Hands off to Blackham, guarded by Doman with 2 fouls. Driving left. Kicks to Barcelo, left corner. Now Nelson finds Cheney, middle of the paint, guarded by Feely. Can't get the push shot to go. Feely corrals the rebound. Up to Chambers, now Kiernan. As Southern Utah looks to break the trap. Urick, top of the key. Takes a dribble, now swings to Chambers. Dribbles out of the double team, now back to Urick. Tries to find Doman, right corner. It's knocked away by Utah Valley. Blackham coming away with it. Looking to run. Now slows it down. Barcelo, left wing. Back to Gibb, top of the key, 3. Too strong. Rebound to Brooklyn Feely and Southern Utah. Chambers with it. Gets it up to Kiernan. Back to Chambers. Now Urick, top of the key. Doman, left corner, drives baseline, spins back out. Urick, middle of the paint. Kicks out, left corner, or right corner, 3. Book it for Devin Kiernan, the freshman. Gets on the board. And Dan Nielsen calls timeout. 8:27 to go, third quarter. 44-29, Southern Utah leads Utah Valley. We'll take the media timeout as well and get back with the third quarter after this on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 44-29 lead over Utah Valley. 8:27 to go here in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, and Southern Utah has been streaky at times shooting the deep ball. It's been effective though tonight.
Yeah, coming into the game, shooting 30% in conference, 33 on the year, so pretty consistent as that far. But right now, 55%, call it. They're just really finding those good looks, and offensively, they've just got to keep that ball moving. They're making all the right passes, but at times it's a little slow. If they just keep just slicing that defense wide open, they're going to get those corner threes, elbow threes, you name it, they're knocking them down.
It was Devin Kiernan's right corner 3 that forced Dan Nielsen to call timeout as the lead balloons to 15 for the Thunderbirds. Their largest lead of the night, as Utah Valley comes out of the timeout with the ball. Starters stay out there for the Thunderbirds. Kylie Mabry checks in for the first time here in this second half for Utah Valley. As we await for the media timeout to conclude and we get the go-ahead. Nope, we need one more horn. You would think by now I would know how many horns we need to start play again. There's the second and almighty horn. And we're underway as Blackham trots across the timeline. Guarded by Doman, hands off to Mabry. Now guarded by Chambers, driving right, kicks back out to Hedrick. Driving left, gets a foul, or draws a foul. And who's that on? That's Brooklyn Feely, her third foul. Tracy Mason with her arms straight up in the air. She thought Brooklyn Feely was straight up, but the officials don't agree, and that will send Kaylee Hedrick to the free throw line for a pair.
I'd like to defend her, but she was definitely not straight up and down.
Oh, the ball will disagree with you as Hedrick goes wide left on the first. Into the student section for Southern Utah. Rolls the second one home. 44-30 Thunderbird lead. 8:13 to go third quarter. Chambers crosses the timeline for Southern Utah, setting up the Thunderbirds offense. Yo-yo dribble, nearly loses it, comes away to Kiernan. Now Urick, top of the key, driving right on Blackham. Gets to the block, looking for help, finds a backdoor cut in Chambers, who throws it away. Mabry cuts in front of Feely, there for the steal. Looking to run. Hedrick now, driving on Feely, loses it off her foot. Chambers with the swipe, and a Utah Valley turnover, their 9th. Thunderbirds get the ball back, up by 14. 7:45 to go third quarter. As Chambers will bring it up for the Thunderbirds. Now Urick top of the key, driving right behind the back dribble, gets to the free throw line, kicks back out to Kiernan. Kiernan driving right, Chambers left corner, draws the foul on the drive as Blackham can't believe it. Nearly thought she was going to get a technical there. She started clapping in front of the official, but the officials let it slide in the heat of the moment. And it will be Southern Utah ball, baseline out with 20 on the shot clock.
I'm no official, but I think I'd agree with her. I don't know if I would quite have called that one.
Southern Utah gets the ball inbounded. Doman finds Urick along the right wing in front of Tracy Mason. Now Feely right block, give and go with Urick. Pump fake, 10 on the shot clock. Urick, spin around jumper. Off back iron, can't get the friendly roll. And the rebound to Mabry and Utah Valley. Looking to run and going coast to coast. Mabry, scoop shot. Off the glass, no, but a foul is called on Courtney Doman. That's her third foul. The second Thunderbird with 3 fouls here. 7:10 to go still third quarter. And someone that plays as aggressive as Courtney Doman, that third foul can be massive. We'll see if Tracy Mason keeps her in this early in the third quarter. Mabry knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Her first point of the game after a 23-point career day against Abilene Christian last time out on Saturday for the Wolverines. Rolls the second one off the rim. Rebound out to Kiernan for Southern Utah, up to Chambers. Now slowing things down for the Thunderbirds along the right wing. Looking for the Feely on the block. She gets it to her. Couple dribbles, turnaround, fade away. Yes, off the push shot. Brooklyn Feely up to 10 points. The third Thunderbird rather in double digits.
I love the fade from Ophelia. Like I did there.
Mabry free throw line jumper, no. Rebound to Brooklyn Feely, up to Chambers. Chambers looking for Urick, gets it stolen away there by Shreve. Checks that Tanuvasa up to Mabry for Utah Valley. Hedrick going against Feely, pull-up jumper, middle of the paint, in and out. Rebound to Urick, now up to 9 rebounds, 1 away from a double-double. Devin Kiernan, right corner for Southern Utah, gets Feely on the block, double-teamed immediately and throws it away into the hands of Gibb for Utah Valley. Looking to run, now finds Tanuvasa, right corner, drives baseline on Chambers, spin around, kicks out, left corner 3. Short there for Mabry, rebound to Urick, there's her double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Kiernan wastes no time, gets under the basket, fouled on her layup attempt, and that will send the freshman to the free throw line for 2. Southern Utah still up 15, just under 6 minutes to go third quarter. You're starting to see the pace pick back up here in this third quarter, Preston, and something that favors Southern Utah in this matchup is it doesn't allow Utah Valley to get into that trap defense.
Yeah, and the Wolverines right now, you can see a little bit of the frustration here. They're playing just a little aggressive there. You saw that last foul. She kind of came in there on a mission. She knew exactly what she was doing there. They're just trying to find a spark right now. I can't blame them. I get scrappy when I get down there playing, but they got to clean it up a little bit.
Kiernan's too strong on the first free throw. She'll have a chance for one more as Thunderbirds lead by 15. 5:53 to go. Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Dr. Cody Wilson has provided generations of hometown smiles, serving our community for more than 30 years. As Kiernan knocks down the second, the largest lead of the night for Southern Utah now, 47-31. Tanuvasa, right wing, driving baseline, loses her footing, finds a way to kick it out to Barcelo. Driving, reverse layup up and in for Amanda Barcelo. Chambers wasting no time, looking to run. Kiernan, right wing, takes a couple dribbles, now looks for help, finds Urick, right corner, down to Feely, give and go. Urick in the paint, easy layup for Ava Urick from Brooklyn Feely. The big-to-big passing for Southern Utah has been huge all season. 49-33 Thunderbird lead, 5:15 to go, third quarter. Mabry top of the key, short on the 3, rebound to Ava Urick. Up to Chambers for Southern Utah, looking to run. Crossover dribble going left. Chambers nearly loses it. Finds Doman, middle of the paint. Tries to dump it to Feely, but it's out of bounds and not deflected by Utah Valley. Turnover number 18 for Southern Utah. sends us to the media timeout. Southern Utah in control, 49-33 over Utah Valley. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. Southern Utah with a 49-33 lead, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, and we talked about turnovers a lot here tonight for Southern Utah. They're up to 18, 5 here in the third quarter alone. 18 turnovers is a lot, but they've done a good job moving the ball around and getting open shots down low, and it starts with those assists.
Yeah, and coming into the game here, they averaged about 1 assist per turnover, which is not great. Tonight you talked about the 18 turnovers compared to only 9 for the Wolverines here. But let's talk rebounding as well. 22-7, quite a large margin there. 29-13, 22-7 in defensive rebounds, 7-6 for the offensive rebounds. I know you wanted me to read that the other way around. And assists tonight, 14-4 for the Wolverines. So Thunderbirds, again, we talked about the turnovers. They got to clean it up, but they're doing pretty much everything else you want to see a winning team do.
Utah Valley comes out of the media timeout with the ball, down by 16. As the starters stay on the court for the Thunderbirds. Chambers, Doman, Kiernan, Urich, and Feely. Tanavasa brings it up for Utah Valley. She swings to Barcelo, right wing. Now Gibb, top of the key, back to Barcelo in the right corner, guarded by Kiernan. Drives in on the right block, push shot off the glass and in for Barcelo. And it's a 49-35 lead for Southern Utah. Urich, top of the key, driving right. Top of the key to Kiernan, drives left. Stops at the elbow, finds a backdoor cut in Chambers. Can't get the push shot to go. Contact, but no foul. The rebound to Utah Valley. Now Tanavasa looks to run. Gibb, left corner, guarded by Urich. Drives in, top of the key for Hedrick, in and out on the three. Urich with rebound number 12 for Southern Utah. Chambers finds the trailer in Urich and shuffled the feet as she started her drive. It's a travel. As Denver Anderson checks in, Ava Urich heads to the bench for a breather. Thunderbirds still lead by 14. 4:09 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, Urich needs that break. Double-double already here in the third. She's playing so well.
Tanuvasa brings it up for the Wolverines. Swings over. 15-foot pull-up, no, but a foul is called late as Shreve will head to the free throw line. Denver Anderson called for hitting the arm on the shot. And all Tracy Mason can do is sit down after that one. And Anderson may have hit her on the arm, but the whistle came well after the shot was missed and Southern Utah had gotten the rebound. As Shreve knocks down the first for her first point. Didn't play in the first half. It's the third foul on Southern Utah here in the third quarter. Shreve goes 2 for 2, the first on Anderson. 49-37 after those 2 free throws. Now under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. As Kiernan loses her footing and the ball goes out of bounds. It's a turnover, and right back into the game is Ava Urich. Denver Anderson heads to the bench, and good to see it was just a slip from Kiernan. A bit scary there. She hit the deck, but popped right back up. The Thunderbird freshman. Gibb, top of the key, swings to Tanavasa. Now Cheney, middle of the paint, guarded by Feely with 3 fouls, and she shuffles her feet. It's a travel and a Utah Valley turnover, their 10th. Gives it back to Southern Utah, who leads by 12. 3:38 to go, third quarter. Kiernan in front of head coach Tracy Mason, now finds Feely on the right block. Back to Urick, now driving right. Gets it knocked away. Tanavasa with the steal, trying to find Feely. Now the Wolverines look to run. Tanavasa gets Barcelo, right corner 3. Book it. Doman fell. Kiernan tried to recover, but not before Amanda Barcelo hits her second triple of the night, up to 15 points to lead the Wolverines. The lead down to 9 for Southern Utah. Kiernan nearly loses it, but Feely chases it down for Southern Utah, far right corner. She'll take the 3, too short, and the rebound to Barcelo for Utah Valley, up to Tanavasa. Tanavasa picks up her dribble, now swings to Shreve, top of the key, drives right. Now back out to Gibb, right wing, driving right on Chambers, scoop shot, off the glass, no. Feely's there for the rebound and throws it off the leg of Cheney, and they say no, off of Brooklyn Feely. She must have been out of bounds when she threw that off of Cheney. It gives Utah Valley the ball back. Brooklyn Feely heads to the bench for Southern Utah. Ashley Banks into the game. 7-0 run for the Wolverines over the last 2 minutes and change. Inbound to Gibb, free throw line, pull-up jumper. Off the back iron, doesn't get the friendly roll. Banks is there for the rebound, up to Urick for Southern Utah. 49-40 Thunderbird lead, 2:20 to go, third quarter. Urick, top of the key, driving left. Spins middle of the paint, swings back out. Chambers, 3, yes! Right wing Sierra Chambers for her first points. Just her third field goal attempt, and the lead back up to 12 for Southern Utah.
At the beginning of the game, I mentioned the Thunderbirds hit that 2,000 mark. Well, the Wolverines just hit their 2,000 mark with their last score as well against the Thunderbirds.
Tanavasa driving right, 15-foot pull-up, up and in. Good shot there from Tanavasa, her first points tonight. Southern Utah, though, wasting no time, getting it back. Kiernan, left corner, bucket for 3, her second triple tonight, and in this third quarter. 55-42, Southern Utah leads, 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Tanavasa drives left on Doman, pulls up from the free throw line, off back iron. Who else but Ava Urick comes away with the rebound for Southern Utah. Up to Chambers, looking to go coast to coast. Left-handed scoop, off the glass, and a harm. Sierra Chambers turns into another gear on the fast break and does such a great job at finishing. Even though she's just 5'8", she can finish among the trees down low.
Yeah, she's been waiting to score. She's had the bullets in the chamber there for a minute. Now she's finally locked and loaded, and she's firing away.
Looking for one more from the free throw line is Sierra Chambers. It's short, the rebound. Last touch by Ava Urick before it goes out, so the lead stays at 15. 57-42, 1:19 to go, third quarter. Tanavasa brings the ball up for the Wolverines. Guarded by Doman. Gets a deflection, tries to chase it down, but Cheney gets there first, and a travel. It was a late call, but the right one as Cheney's foot slid as she caught the ball. That's turnover 11 for Utah Valley. As Courtney Doman heads to the bench for Southern Utah for a well-deserved rest, and Morgan Triguero hit 4 triples there in the first half, comes in for the first time in the third quarter. Chambers with it, crossing the timeline for the Thunderbirds. Takes a screen from Urick, moves to the right wing. Crossover dribble, goes back left. Scoop shot, too strong. Rebound by Banks for Southern Utah. And Tracy Mason calls timeout to get Banks out of a trap. So 57-42, 55 seconds to go, third quarter. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me. We'll keep this timeout here as we wrap up the end of the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Preston, the turnovers are piling up, 22 now for Southern Utah, but that hasn't not been too big of a problem as they haven't allowed those points to come off of turnovers.
No, they really haven't, and the Wolverines right now are shooting 30% from the floor. Just not a pretty number there, 30%, 3 out of 10 shots you're making. Just not effective enough. 33% from beyond the arc, only hit 4 threes. SU's doubled that. They've hit 8 threes tonight, something they've struggled with this season a little bit, coming in about 33%. They're 57% tonight from beyond the arc, 54 from the floor, so they're just shooting it well.
Banks, right elbow, tries to find Urick, but it's stolen away by Gibb for Utah Valley looking to run. Left-handed layup going coast to coast. Gibb gets it to go. 57-44, Southern Utah lead. 10-second difference, shot and game clock as Chambers crosses the timeline. 37 seconds to go, third quarter. Triguero right corner, driving baseline. Finds Kiernan left corner, saves it from going out. Chambers can't get to it though. Utah Valley comes away. Gibb looking to run once again. Cross court. Barcelo left wing three, airballed into the hands of Ava Urick. Southern Utah and Morgan Triguero wisely slow things down. No shot clock. 13 on the game clock. Chambers, yo-yo dribble, now 10. 9, takes the screen left from Banks, driving into the paint, all the way out, gets it deflected and stolen by Tonavasa, and Hallie Nelson won't get a shot up for Utah Valley. That does it for 3 quarters of play. Southern Utah 57, Utah Valley 44. We'll be back after this with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we get set for the fourth quarter of play. Thunderbirds leading Utah Valley 57-44. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me, and Southern Utah has battled foul trouble, but Ava Urick has been the consistent leader tonight.
Yeah, double-double, 15 points, 14 boards. How about that? In only 27 minutes of play, she leads the Thunderbirds here. She's been on and off the bench very quickly. They want to keep her in the game. She's been dominant. You told me it was her 6th triple, that would be impressive. Her 6th double-double on the season, so just really impressive play from her tonight.
Adding 5 assists as well. Utah Valley, though, starts with the ball, down 13 as we get the fourth quarter underway. Blackham, right wing, guarded by Triguero, finds Barcelo, top of the key. 13 on the shot clock. Nelson, right block, guarded by Feely. Contested shot, too strong. Feely comes away with it for Southern Utah, up to Chambers. Hesitation, now drives in. Left-handed layup, and one. Sierra Chambers, the nastiest hesitation dribble you'll see in the WAC. And makes Utah Valley pay with an and one.
Man, she might get a nice career or an NIL deal out at some sort of ice cream place after this, because that was just a beautiful scoop there. I mean, that was the perfect size. I mean, it was just brilliant.
One free throw coming for Sierra Chambers. She knocks that one down. She's up to 8 points, all in the second half. The leading scorer on the year for the Thunderbirds at just under 16 a game. Blackham with it for the Wolverines. Swing, Mabry, left wing three, book it. Her first triple. And Utah Valley cuts the deficit back down to 13. 60-47, 9:15 to go, fourth quarter. Triguero, right wing, pump fake. Back to Chambers, left wing, driving right. Now Urick, right wing, she'll take the three. Short, rebound goes to Gibb and Utah Valley. Gibb looking to go coast to coast, now slows it down right wing. Gets it to Nelson, right block. Back out, Mabry, left corner, book it. Back-to-back triples for Mabry. She's up to 7 points, the lead down to 10 for Southern Utah.
Nelson just does such a great job facilitating this offense.
Chambers pulls up from the free throw line, wide right, rebound to Blackham for Utah Valley. Blackham crosses the timeline, now driving left on Triguero. Into the paint, left-handed layup off the glass and in. 60-52, Southern Utah still leads, but it's an 8-0 run over a minute of play for Utah Valley. 8:15 to go, fourth quarter. Feely, top of the key, hands to Urick, driving right. Urick all the way to the block, spin around jumper, off front iron. Blackham with the rebound for the Wolverines. Blackham going left on Chambers, stops at the block, kicks to Nelson, top of the key. Now Barcelo, left wing. Guarded by the freshman Devin Kiernan. Back to Blackham. Left wing driving baseline now on Feely, reverse layup. No, but a foul is called. And that one on Brooklyn Feely is her fourth. The first on Southern Utah here in the fourth quarter. But it's free throws coming for Blackham and Utah Valley as they trail by 8. Courtney Doman back in. Morgan Triguero heads to the bench for Southern Utah. Southern Utah just needs to find a way to stop the bleeding and stop this run of Utah Valley as Blackham makes it 9-0 over the last minute and a half with that free throw, has a chance for one more.
They just need to go back to passing the ball around. They're just taking their first look.
Short on the second, the rebound goes to Devin Kiernan for Southern Utah, looking to run. Now slows it down, left wing. Doman, right wing. Crossover dribble, now drives right. Loses her footing. Thought she was tripped, no foul, a jump ball is called. Possession stays with Southern Utah. I'm not sure how it's not a foul or a travel as Doman hits the deck with the ball. But it's a jump ball, Southern Utah stays with possession, and Triguero checks in for Southern Utah.
I want to see them move the ball a little bit here, Dallin. They've just been taking the early look here in the offense, early going. Just work that ball around like they've been doing this whole game. You're going to find those open looks.
Southern Utah going smaller now. Triguero checks in for Brooklyn Feely. The inbound is stolen by Barcelo for Utah Valley. Blackham looks to run. Mabry, left wing three. Short, rebound to Nelson. Put back, can't fall. Rebound goes to Gibb for Utah Valley. A third look at it as they slow it down. Blackham, guarded by Doman, right wing. Now Nelson, top of the key. Swings to Gibb, right wing, driving left. Free throw line pull up and in. And a foul is called against Nelson, but it was the shot will count. So the basket counts, the foul comes after the shot on Nelson, who wants a flop. But she won't get that as she pushed Urick to the deck.
Welcome back to the floor for SU number 2.
As Bella Hassan checks in, Sierra Chambers getting a quick breather. 60-55, Southern Utah holding on to a 5-point lead, 7:11 to go, fourth quarter. It's an 11-0 run here over the last 2 minutes for Utah Valley to cut the lead to 5. Doman, top of the key. Crossover dribble now, swings this on left wing, drives baseline, 15-foot pull-up is short. The rebound to Nelson in Utah Valley. Blackham looking to run. All momentum with the Wolverines here in this fourth quarter. as they get it to Nelson on the left block, too strong on the layup, and Hassan gets the rebound for Southern Utah looking to run. Kiernan finds Triguero right corner. Short on the three, the rebound goes to Barcelo and Utah Valley up to Blackham. Blackham, right wing, crossover dribble, driving left on Doman, stops on the block, kicks to Barcelo, left corner. Guarded by Hassan, spins in, back left, and a foul is called, and Amanda Barcelo will head to the free throw line for a pair. Bella Hassan picks up the foul, her first. The second foul on Southern Utah here in the fourth quarter. As Feely back into the game, Triguero heads to the bench. Southern Utah looking to stop the bleeding, holding on for dear life this 5-point lead. Scoreless over the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds. As the first free throw from Barcelo falls in. She leads the way with 18 points now for the Wolverines. Goes 2 for 2. It's a one-possession game, 60-57, 6:13 to go, fourth quarter. Hassan, yo-yo dribble for the Thunderbirds, top of the key. Swings to Kiernan, right corner. Looking for help. Kiernan finds Jurek right block, double teamed immediately. Doman wide open, can't hit the layup, gets her own miss though. Swings to Hassan, free throw line. Jurek wide open, top of the key, book it. Ava Jurek's second triple. That's just what Southern Utah needed. Gets the lead back up to 6. Gibb, left wing, now driving right on Brooklyn Feely. Backs out to the wing, crossover dribble, now goes left, into the paint, dump off. Hendrick can't get the ball or the shot to go as Bella Hassan brings it up for Southern Utah, looking to run. Now slow it down, Jurek, top of the key. Swings to Doman, right wing. Give and go with Jurek, right block. Pump fakes, now drives baseline. Nearly throws it away, but Doman corrals it. 15 on the shot clock. As they reset, Feely, left block. Devin Kiernan now left wing with 8. Driving in, layup, up and in. Nice move there from the freshman as she's up to 9 points, all in the second half. The lead is 8 for Southern Utah halfway through this fourth quarter. Blackham, free throw line. Swings out to Gibb, left wing, guarded by Jurek. Step back 3. Short, rebound, Hedrick, and a foul is called on Brooklyn Feely as she can't believe it. That's her 5th. Brooklyn Feely's night is done. 10 points, 9 rebounds. And Tracy Mason can't believe it. As that fouls out her starting post player. That heads us to the media timeout as well. 65-57, Southern Utah leads by 8, 4:46 to go, fourth quarter. We'll have the rest of this tight one here in the AFEC after this on Thunder 91.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. Southern Utah holding on to a 65-57 lead over Utah Valley. 4:46 to go here in the Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design fourth quarter. Here to answer your questions about your flooring at Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry alongside me. And Southern Utah has gotten a couple of big leads here tonight. Utah Valley's found ways to fight back. and it starts with forcing those turnovers, but Southern Utah's done a good job of not allowing Utah Valley to get all the way back.
Yeah, and if they want to continue to have this lead, they need a little bit of PTB on the offensive side. What I mean by that is pass the ball. What are we doing out there? I mean, 5 assists in the second half here. I mean, they are done so well at moving the ball around and creating the looks and exploiting that Wolverine defense here. Only one possession really in this fourth quarter we've seen them do that, which was the last possession here. They need to reel it in, just pass the ball around, you're gonna find your open looks.
Denver Anderson checks into the game for Southern Utah after Brooklyn Feely fouled out. On the court with her is Doman, Kiernan, Hassan, and Chambers. Southern Utah trying to go a bit smaller and quicker with Brooklyn Feely fouled out. Denver Anderson playing the 5. Utah Valley inbounding under their basket, get it in late to Barcelo, right corner, guarded by Kiernan. Kick back out to Mabry, top of the key. Now Gibb, left wing, guarded by Chambers. Drives baseline, layup off the back rim and falls in. Lead down to 6 for Southern Utah. Yo-yo dribble for Chambers. Ava Urich heads to the scorer's table to check in at the next whistle for the Thunderbirds. Chambers driving right. Gets to the block, kicks out. Anderson pump fakes, now drives left. Gets to the free throw line all the way into the paint. Contested layup, no. A lot of contact, no whistle. The rebound to Blackham and Utah Valley. Wolverines trail by 6, 4:05 to go fourth quarter with the ball. Handoff Barcelo, driving left, kicks out Mabry, left corner. Drives in, middle of the paint, floater, too strong, rebound. Fought for, still on the court. Hassan slides in for it and gets the ball to Anderson. Great hustle from Bella Hassan. The Southern Utah faithful love it. Hassan, yo-yo dribble, right wing. 6-point lead for the Thunderbirds, 3:35 to go. Doman now, right corner, down to Anderson, right block, looking for help, faces up, now spins back to the block, double team, steps through it, finds Doman, left corner. Bucket! Courtney Doman's first points couldn't come at a bigger time. 68-59, Thunderbirds up 9, 3:15 to go. Barcelo, handoff at the free throw line, driving left. Can't get the shot to fall, but a foul is called on the shot. Devin Kiernan picks up the foul, as that will send Utah Valley back to the free throw line for a pair. Bella Hassan heads to the bench. Ava Urich back in for the Thunderbirds. 3:11 to go. Utah Valley down 9, but at the free throw line with Amanda Barcelo, their leading scorer on the year and tonight with 19. Gets the shooter's roll on the first, in and out a couple times before falling in. Now 6 of 6 from the charity stripe tonight is Barcelo. Back-to-back 20-point games for the redshirt senior from Chandler, Arizona. And she's now up to 21 after going 2 for 2, 68-61. Thunderbirds on top, 3:05 to go. Chambers, yo-yo dribble at the Thunderbird logo. 20 on the shot clock as the Southern Utah half-court offense gets set up. Chambers calling for a screen. Doesn't get one yet, 10 on the shot clock. Now gets one from Anderson going right, pull up 3. Bucket! Sierra Chambers in double digits with 11. The lead up to 10 for Southern Utah. Blackham now swings to Hedrick. Driving on Urich, gets the scoop shot. 71-63, 2:30 to go fourth quarter. Chambers with it for Southern Utah as they are fine taking time off the shot clock, up by 8 here late in the ball game. Anderson, right wing, finds Urich, middle of the paint. A foul is called against Gibb on the entry pass. It's the 4th team foul, so no free throws yet, but Southern Utah now in the bonus for the final 2:17. Chambers will inbound for the Thunderbirds. Baseline out, 20 on the shot clock, 2:17 to go fourth quarter. Inbound to Urich, right block, power dribble, middle of the paint, steps back and gets the layup to go. Ava Urich now up to 20 points. And the lead up to 10 for the Thunderbirds. Blackham swings to Barcelo, left corner, driving baseline. Kicks back out to Gibb. Now Hedrick draws a foul on the push, and entry pass. Denver Anderson picks up the foul. And that will send Utah Valley to the free throw line as the Thunderbirds have 5 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Second foul on Anderson. That sends Hedrick to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2 tonight. First one rolls in, out, and back in. Have a chance for one more. Hedrick now up to 4 points on the night. She's too strong on the second. Urick with rebound number 15 for Southern Utah tonight as Chambers trots across the timeline. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Thunderbirds lead by 9. Chambers driving right, crossover, drops her guard, and gets the layup to go. Blackham needs a map and one, a late whistle. Blackham gets lost, falls to the deck, fouls Chambers, who gets the layup, and Southern Utah is fired up down on the court.
What an excellent use of the crossover right there. And that, you see a lot of people nowadays use a crossover just to make it look cool, but when you effectively use a crossover, you can make a defender completely change directions. Great job.
Chambers in and out on the free throw, the rebound out of bounds, and they say last touched by Denver Anderson. As it's Utah Valley ball. Southern Utah thinking about challenging, they elect not to. So the Wolverines get the ball back, trailing by 11. Blackham bringing it up for Utah Valley. 1:38 to go. Crossover dribble, gets to the free throw line, goes left on Anderson. Layup, no. Rebound, won by Nelson. Back out to Gibb, right wing. Spins past Kiernan into the paint. Scoop shot up and in. A tough shot there. And it's a 75-66 Southern Utah lead. 1:20 to go. Utah Valley not fouling yet. Chambers with it at the Thunderbird logo. 20 on the shot clock. 1:13 to go, fourth quarter. Thunderbirds lead by 9. And a kick ball against Blackham resets the shot clock to 20. Southern Utah will inbound in front of the scorers table. Courtney Doman with those duties. Inbound goes to Urick, hands back to Doman, top of the key. Hands to Chambers. Chambers now goes, drives to the free throw line. Now right elbow, spins back left, dumps off. Denver Anderson is fouled on her layup attempt. And that sends the sophomore to the free throw line for a pair. Now under a minute to go, fourth quarter. Feels like Southern Utah just has to not turn the ball over here, and they'll come away with a big win in conference.
Yep, they just need to get infected with that PTB. Pass the ball, swing that rock.
Anderson can't get the roll on the first free throw. Sophomore from Mount Zion, Illinois. Surging over about 5.5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Knocks down the second. She has 3 points tonight. Just under 10 minutes played. As the fight song's playing a bit early, they get that stopped. Mabry drives in the middle of the paint, crossover, can't get the left-handed layup. Nelson's there though for the rebound, swing. Blackham driving right into the paint, scoop shot up and in off the glass. Lead down to 8. Kiernan with the ball. Breaks past the timeline, finds Doman. Under the basket is Anderson. Takes a dribble and throws it into the hands of Gibb. A turnover, Utah Valley with it. Looking to run. Hedrick, left corner, dribbles it off her foot, and Chambers gets on the deck and forces a jump ball. It stays with Utah Valley. 25.7 seconds to go, fourth quarter. 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Wolverines, down by 8.
25 seconds, make some noise, fans.
Blackham to inbound, finds Gibb left corner. Takes a dribble, pull up 3 from the wing, short. Rebound to who else but Ava Urick, number 16 on the night. She swings to Chambers, who crosses the timeline. Utah Valley not fouling. Southern Utah will win this one, improve to 7-0 here inside the AFEC, 3-0 in WAC play to start this conference slate. 76-68 is your final. Southern Utah beats Utah Valley in the first of 3 matchups in this season. We'll take a break and come back with the Brad's Food Hut postgame wrap-up. Southern Utah gets the win. We'll have the postgame after this on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah comes away with a 76-68 win over Utah Valley. Dallin Richards, Preston Ferry bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball here on Thunder 91 as we start the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap-up. 586-6358. If you call ahead, they can have your order ready for you. And Southern Utah at times was ready for this pressure defense of Utah Valley. Did just enough to come away with the win despite 27 turnovers.
Yeah, both teams, this whole game was just a game of runs. Who could establish the biggest run and really just dominate with it. Although the Wolverines had a couple really good runs there, they only led for a total of 1 minute and 12 seconds the entire game. Dominated the possession was the Thunderbirds. 34 minutes of that. I mean, they spent 3 minutes, 57 seconds tied though, but really it was just the Thunderbirds got out quick and they just maintained.
And Utah Valley never led after the first quarter. It was all Thunderbirds from there, despite a couple of runs from Utah Valley to get back in the game and make it a game, but Southern Utah found a way to get big runs at the end of each quarter to pull back up around double digits. They get the 8-point win, made their last 4 field goals after struggling in the first half of the fourth quarter. The lead got cut down to a 1-possession game there at one point. Thunderbirds, though, do just enough, led by Ava Urich with another double-double for Southern Utah, but it was the depth and bench of Southern Utah that came to play as the starters battled foul trouble throughout this one.
Yeah, you talked about it, 27 turnovers. That's never good. That's going to be an emphasis talking point here in the meeting for the next game here, but 13 rebounds was the margin of for the Thunderbirds there, out-rebounded them by 13. Also shot 58% from three-point land. A big improvement from what they have been shooting earlier on this season. So this team has really been striding and making big improvements in a lot of aspects of their game. I'm sure Coach Mason's just going to talk about turnovers. Other than that, they played a really solid game. The bench got involved. The starters did their thing. Everybody contributed in this win.
And it's a big win for Southern Utah. They improved to 11-4, 3-0 in WAC play. They'll play California Baptist Saturday afternoon here in the AFEC. You can catch it here on Thunder 91 as well. Tip off at 2 p.m. as the Lancers lead by 3 in St. George late in the third quarter. But now it's time for the Bullocks Drug and Township Pharmacy Player of the Game. And Preston, who wins Player of the Game tonight for the Thunderbirds?
Can it be anyone but Ava Urich? 20 points, 16 boards, 5 assists. I mean, she just led the way for the Thunderbirds all night long. She stayed on the floor. She was that leader. She knocked down some big-time jump shots. She was down in the post. She did it all tonight. There was nothing that really she could improve on here. I'm sure she would have loved 5 more assists to get her that triple-double. But 6 double-double on the season so far for her. She played great.
Ava Urich is your Bullock Drug and Township Pharmacy Player of the Game. Pleased to serve you, the Cedar City community. Her 6th double-double of the year. How about this? Her 3rd double-double this season with 16 or more rebounds. Just a dominant performance once again for the junior and leader of this Thunderbirds squad. Thunderbirds win 76-68 over Utah Valley, 11-4 overall, 3-0 in conference play. They're back at home Saturday afternoon at 2 Until then, we'll step aside for our producer Rob Bursdy and Savannah back in the radio station, making us sound great. My color analyst Preston Ferry. We'll get you back with commercial-free music here live on Thunder 91.